Hello everybody, and welcome to the video we have all been waiting for. The day, or I guess tomorrow, but either way, the day that we get to break this car out and see how she does, the home-built race car. For those who don't know, me, my brother, and my dad have built this race car from the chassis up on that jig right there and that other side of the shop. Spent the past 13, 14 weeks building it. And now today we are heading to Opp, Alabama to test tomorrow in preparation for the Baby Rattler 125 as a part of the Rattler 250 weekend. So, we're fixing to get it thrown up in the trailer and then get on the road. Alright, there she is, getting strapped down. So, another thing, y'all have never met Peyton on the YouTube channel. This is Peyton Hamlet. He races a limited late model at Nashville. And he's made of 2 pro car starts now?
One, yeah.
One? Yeah. So,
if you want to sponsor my pro car, go see me at Peyton String B Hamlet on my YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. You do have a YouTube. So, there you go. I'll leave a link to it in the description. He does in-car footage and all that. It's pretty cool. Spotter audio, all that. So he comes and helps us when we race. So we appreciate his help. He's very good help.
Hey, I was original helper here.
Originally, yeah, he was mechanic #1 for Fierce Racing. That's very true. Also, I don't know. Yeah, you can see it. There's where we had to do a little bit of welding on the car. So we're missing a little bit of powder coat on this thing, but it'll be all right. Still gonna be super fast, hopefully. If nothing else, it looks good, that's for sure. Alright, we're heading down the road for Opp. We got Dad driving the hauler and Fritz and Double P in the back seat. The rest of our help, I believe, has bailed out on us here last minute. But I want to take a quick second to thank all our sponsors, Allied, Gateway, Napa, and Dixie, for all their help on this new car. We would have never built it if it wasn't for them. And we wouldn't even be racing if it wasn't for them. So we appreciate them a lot. We can't say enough for all their help. And it means a lot to us to have people that support us. So we hope that you support them so that they can support us and we can keep making videos like this. Alright, today's the day. Heading to the racetrack to unload Fierce Race Engineer number 001, test it and see how it does. Also, last video I cut out the scene where we discussed what the name of the new car is. So, the name of the new car is Heartbreaker. We're hoping because it tears off and starts winning a bunch of races and is breaking other people's hearts, but if not, if it does bad today, it's definitely going to break our hearts with all the hard work and time that we've put into this thing. So we hope it's so good that it's breaking others, but that is the name of the new car. I'll try to remember to put it in this video. We will talk to y'all when we get to the racetrack. Alright guys, we've made it to South Alabama Speedway here in Opp, Alabama. Currently we're in the tire barn getting some tires because they run, or they're going to run, American Racers for the Rattler this year instead of Hoosiers, and we do not have any American Racers. So currently in the barn getting some tires, but it's a cool track looking at it. It's got a lot of banking. I didn't realize it had that much. And it also doesn't have walls in the turns, so that's cool. So we are going to find us a set of tires to practice on in the barn and then get in there and get unloaded. fire suit on, getting all my stuff put in the car. Fixing to go out and bed the brakes, shake it down, make sure everything's tight on the car and whatnot, everything's right. And we're gonna get started on the day. All right, just got done with our first few at speed runs. Super cool little racetrack. It was a ton of fun. It is a ton of fun. First time the rack bolts were loose. I guess I forgot to tighten them and that almost cost us big. I got down into one and it just shot up straight from where the rack was sliding in the slots there on the cross member, but we got that fixed, got back out there, made another run. Hopefully picked up a little bit. I'm pretty slow, but I've never been here before. Car-wise, the car feels good. It's lacking a little turn in the center, but we don't have a lot of stagger right now. But otherwise, car feels really good. It's really planted into the racetrack and I feel comfortable driving it. You know, it's not like my old left-hander that we wrecked at Nashville. It always felt on top of the track. So far, so good. We'll make a few more runs today and try and keep getting better. Just made another run. Car was a little tight in the center, chatter in the right front a little bit. So, you know, part of that is probably older tires, but also part of that is setup. So we are going to, we talked to Kale, we're gonna make some changes and go back out. So we've said it before, but I'll say it again. No one has any notes on these cars because we're the only person who's had one because we built it. So today is just a day to get used to a new racetrack and to, you know, build a notebook, find out what works, what doesn't. We knew it probably wasn't going to be incredible off the trailer, but that's the whole reason we're here, is to build a notebook and find out what that car wants and doesn't want. So we'll keep working on it and keep getting better. I'd also like to take a second, look at these dudes. They are hard at work, okay? There's like 3, 4, 5 of them. They're all out here working on the track, getting it, doing maintenance, fixing things, painting, making it pretty. I don't think a lot of people realize the work that goes into having a racetrack. You know, these dudes don't work 2 days out of the month. They work every day to have a good place for racers to come and race and fans to come watch. So really cool to see these dudes. I'm pretty sure they may have some employees, but I'm pretty sure everybody here is family. I'm pretty sure this is family owned and operated. So it's super cool to see these dudes doing what they love to give us a place where we can race and do what we love. So pretty cool to see these dudes out here working like this. Alright guys, so it was our final run of the day. We're loading up now. Overall, I was pretty happy with the car, and I'll tell you all a little more about that once we get everything loaded up. But for our first time at this racetrack and our first time in a car that, you know, no one has any notes on, I'd say it went well. We made a lot of steps in the right direction. I think we got a little further to go. I think it could be better, but there's some stuff that's only going to get better if we change it in the shop. It's big enough that we don't want to tune ourselves out at the racetrack because we can't do something that needs to be done in the shop, you know. So we're going to pack it up, take it home, work on it, and maybe come back and test again. Maybe the next time we'll see this place is the Rattler, but either way, I think we've got a pretty good car for our first time out in it, and like I said, our first time on a new racetrack.
Kimber.
There you have it.
They had one on sale for like $7.99.
First laps on our first chassis done today. Our first run of the day. First we bedded the brakes in, but then we made a run, and it was just really tight in the center. Felt good in and off. It just wouldn't turn in the center. Came in, made some adjustments, went back out, and it really didn't feel any different. And then I got down into one lap, and the car just took off. Like, the car just went straight, and I didn't know why. I got back on the gas thinking I got down in the grass or something, and took off straight again, and came down pit road, and the steering wheel was like 180 out. Something was messed up. Got under there, realized it was the rack. The rack had moved in the slots on the cross member, so we got it put back in place and tightened up. Went and made another run, still really tight, made some more adjustments. Finally we got it to turn, and then it was doing pretty good on our Hoosier set, on our old set of Hoosiers. Got it turning really good on them. Threw the American Racers on there, and they had a little bit less stagger than what the Hoosiers did. I feel like we may not have had enough. And so it kind of snugged back up a little bit, but overall, car felt really good. The car was drivable. You know, I felt like I could go from one lane to another pretty easily. It wasn't very responsive. You know, like our left-hander that we ran before we ever even started the YouTube channel was not responsive. It pretty well was just going to skate around on the top of the racetrack and you're just going to hold on. This car is very drivable. You drive it and it does everything you want it to do, and it reacted to all the changes we made. Everything we did showed up on the racetrack and on the stopwatch. So I think we've got a good car. We may not have a perfect car, but we've got a good baseline for it now anyway. So we're going to go back to the shop and work on it a little more, and hopefully come back for the Rattler and be even better, maybe win the thing. So like I said, overall I was happy with the car. Glad it did as good as it did. Can't say thank you enough to all our sponsors for everything they do, making it possible for us to build that car and then come out here and test it. We're super excited to be able to race with that car, especially after how well it did today. I also want to say thank you to South Alabama Speedway for letting us come and test. They were a great group of dudes. Like I said, it was all family. It's all family owned and operated, so it was a ton of fun to be at a new racetrack and meet new people, do all that. So overall, a fun weekend. If you haven't already, be sure to like the crew. And thank the crew. Okay, Fritz, thank you very much. Peyton, thank you. Peyton was a relief chief. My regular crew chief couldn't make it, so Peyton was a relief chief. But I certainly want to thank them too. They busted butt all day, making it better. I was a little worried when we unloaded and it was so tight, but like I said, they worked hard all day and we got it a lot better. So a big thank you to them, and a thank you to my dad for all their hard work, especially Dad in the shop. Last week was pretty rough on him, having to cut everything up and change it. But like I said, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe. Tell your friends. It helps us grow and helps us make more videos for you to watch. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next one.